What's up, guys? We are back again, and we are going to be looking at episode 4, season 2 of The Bad Batch. Now, if you guys have seen the episode, okay, great. Let me know your thoughts are about it down in the comments. Or if you haven't, then obviously click off the video. But at the same time, what was your overall thoughts? I'd like to know down in the comments. So overall, this was a little bit of a different episode. We have where Sid is requiring, of course, Tech as well as Rucker and Omega to go ahead and go with her to some type of event, and it's sort of something familiar that we saw obviously in Phantom Menace, pod racing, but it's not pod racing. It's called rent racing. It's pretty much close to almost like pod racing, but there's also shooting involved, so a lot of other things go. And we find out that Sid has a droid that's making her money. And then when we have this other character that somehow knows Sid and is kind of like a outlaw as well, and then hoping that Sid wins, she obviously makes a side deal with this guy. And then when the race goes on, we do see where, due to this character being very malicious as well being two-faced and also cheating, her droid does not make it into the winning streak. So what happens, unfortunately, is Sid loses, and then due to this issue, this one wants to take Sid and her money, because obviously if Sid cannot pay, he's going to take her life. So that's when Rucker, Tech, and Omega gets involved, and they make him a deal stating that if we're able to win, then you give us Sid, but if we lose, we'll double pay you. And then when that happens, of course, Omega is the one that really comes up with the deal, but Tech is the one that is suggesting that they don't do it along with Rucker. So they do try to be able to fix the droid, and when unfortunately the droid does get put back together, Tech is going over the game plan, what they possibly can do to win this race. And when this happens, he's studying the race field, and then as soon as the droid goes back down there, he just gets smashed into another pod, which was obviously coincidental. And then they try to say, oh, well, you won't have a racer, so now it's going to be a forfeit, which not likely, because we do see where Tech is the one that volunteers to go into the pod to go ahead and do this race. So it's really cool, because it really, any kind of Phantom Menace fans out there, you guys are definitely going to get a big, I would say, nod, because again, this was a little bit of a reminiscence to the first two, episode 1, and we do see a lot of craziness in this race as well. And by the grace of God, Tech does win, and when he does, he kind of sees the crowd, go from like, oh, who's this Tech guy, to going like just yelling his name, and he likes it to a certain degree. And then when they go in there to collect Sid, the one even says, okay, you won, so a deal's a deal. And his driver gets very angry, tries to even pull on them, and he even warns them that, okay, y'all loyal, and that is not always both ways. So when it comes to Sid, watch your back, because he even tells Sid, oh, you know how it is with smugglers, unless you life change. And he says, ones like us don't change. So obviously there's some other stuff there that Sid has not yet to say, and obviously we do see a sign of loyalty with the Bad Batch to Sid, because of everything that Sid's done for them, and vice versa. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see. Now, overall, did I like this episode? It was okay. It was decent to me, unfortunately. It was probably not the best episode. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it as much as I did last week. So I was wanting to kind of see more of what I wanted to see last week. But can't always get what you want. Can't always get what you see. So overall, guys, did you guys enjoy this episode? If you did, again, let me know. What was your agreements, disagreements about this episode? Was it good? Was it bad? Did it suck? Was it something? I mean, overall, like I said, the Bad Batch has been kind of up and down so far this season. We're only on episode 4. I want to say maybe there's like 10 episodes. I'm not entirely sure, but I am looking forward to more episodes. I'm looking forward to seeing what else the Bad Batch is able to show us in this season, and I'm hoping that it gets a little bit better than what we're seeing, because again, I think Bad Batch started off with a banger last year, but it's just been really kind of off of a rocky start, and I'm not sure if that's just me or other people feel the same way. So by all means, let me know what you think about it down in the comments, and as always, I'll be seeing you guys on the very next one, and I'll be seeing you next week for the very next episode.